In the 1870s, if you were a patient in a New York asylum and you couldn't stay still, the doctor wouldn't give you a sedative. He'd put you in a crib, but this wasn't for babies. This was the Utica crib, a shallow wooden cage that became the most hated object in Victorian medicine. By the mid-1800s, asylums were overflowing. Staff were outnumbered, and violent or restless patients were hard to manage. Dr. Amariah Wright, the superintendent of the Utica State Hospital, claimed he had the solution. He argued that tying patients down with leather straps was cruel. His humane alternative, a wooden box, roughly 6 feet long and 2 feet wide, with a slatted lid that locked from the outside. Once inside, you couldn't sit up, you couldn't turn over, you were trapped in a horizontal cage. Doctors called it rest. They believed the confined space would force the nervous system to calm down. But imagine being a patient suffering from a manic episode or a panic attack, now locked in a box where you can barely move your arms. Patients often spent nights or even weeks trapped in these cages, lying in their own waste. A medical war broke out. On one side, asylum superintendents who swore by the crib. On the other, a new generation of neurologists who called it barbaric. The public was horrified. Reformers like Alice Bennett and George Beard used the Utica crib as proof that asylums weren't hospitals, they were prisons. By 1887, the outcry was so loud that the crib was officially banned in New York. The Utica crib reminds us that humane is a relative term. What one generation calls a cure, the next calls a crime. Today, these cribs are museum pieces, chilling reminders of the thin line between care and control. If you want more deep dives into the dark side of history, hit that subscribe button. And let me know, do you think modern medicine has its own version of the Utica crib? I'll see you in the comments.